Cinemagasm.
We're back. Oh my god.
Well, we had to do it because we're back to finally.
As you can tell, like we haven't been here. Our videos have been different because we've had so many projects, but we're back.
Since January.
That's what it feels
we've been nonstop. Yeah, and our channel has suffered.
It has. It has. And we
suffered
apologize.
immensely. But we're back. Cinemagasm, baby. Long form.
Yeah. Early summer's here because it's March already.
News stories.
Get into the news.
Because you don't care about our opinions, clearly. Our YouTube doesn't want to push our opinions, so we're just going to report news.
That's the one it is.
We're just going to report news, Jay. News from the last week.
Yeah, we can do that.
Of course. News from the, what was our catchphrase? News from the last week, this week?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Last week's news this week.
Last week's news today. Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
Stuff you may have missed because not everybody are autistic movie people like us, so that we aren't going to...
Well, it's hard to watch movies and also keep up with movie news. Like Oscars happened.
We didn't
pay attention to any of that.
It's the second year in a row where we've had so much going on at Oscar time that we've dipped out at Oscar
January,
time.
February, I think for the rest of our lives will always be the busiest. Until we A, quit our jobs, or B, no longer need to make money.
Side note, since we podcast this too, we do work in theater in all forms. So like we do musical theater, we do regular film. So we're constantly doing stuff. So
sorry.
Musical theater takes so much more work than people realize.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather do that than be in a movie. No, you wouldn't.
A lot of our focus has been there. So apologies,
anyway,
but we're back.
Let's get out of musical theater.
Let's do some news. All right. Story number 1.
Robert Downey Jr. is allegedly getting to write his own backstory.
Really? For Doom?
For Doom.
Okay.
Which I like.
Yeah.
And I further like that he was offered a role in Nolan's Poseidon movie, and he's so into this.
Nolan's Poseidon movie.
Yeah, he's doing The Odyssey.
Oh. Okay.
And he was going to be Poseidon.
Christopher Nolan's The Lightning Thief.
Yeah, not that. But so they offered him the role of Poseidon, and he's so busy with just these movies over the next like 3 years that he's not taking anything else.
Damn.
So to not work with Christopher Nolan.
That would have been a good role.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is doing actually the complete opposite of that. Where he's like, I don't want to be Spider-Man because I'm in this Chris Nolan movie.
I have all these other roles in.
That's cool though. That's cool.
We haven't dabbled too much in the Marvel stuff because everybody covers it.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I haven't heard much about this though.
I'm
RDJ being so into his role as
you let that decision simmer now? It's been what?
I'm okay with
almost a year.
Yeah, because Doom wears
6
a mask
months.
most of the time. Right. He'll probably be putting on a voice. So
I honestly don't care where they go with it. With the Russos there,
create his own backstory. The only backstory or
I'm
origin
sure he's
I know
comicking the backstory. You know what I mean?
The only origin I know is with the Fantastic Four because of the,
which he's allegedly in.
Yeah. But like he's up there in space with them and just gets hit with blasted by radiation.
Do we get like a low key they haven't told us or showed us? Was he going to be like a good chunk in the movie as looking like Robert Downey Jr. in the Fantastic Four movie?
See, but that's a new Fantastic Four thing though, because like in the '60s, Doom just shows up and he's like, "I'm evil.
Yeah,
my name's Dr. Doom."
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, "And I don't like you guys."
He's not like, college roommates with Reed.
We gotta fight now. No.
Oh,
like in every single iteration they've done.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we're doing that.
Okay.
I don't think we're doing that. And if they're smart, they'll hide them from the trailers.
I think they absolutely will.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the few that will. I mean, people like us are going to assume he's in it. Like,
sure.
But like, I think they'll hide that for pretty long.
I'd bank on a post credits.
If we'll get more.
Really?
I think we'll get more than that.
Okay.
I think we'll get shocked to the point, like, almost Deadpool shock, that we didn't know who, like, the full leaks, like, when we went in there and seen it, and when they came around that corner, we were like, holy shit. I think we are going to get that.
Really?
There's been I've seen a lot of set photos of people covered.
Okay.
Getting snuck in and out.
In the pods.
Yeah. So, I mean,
all right.
I'm pumped. I know people are bitching about Captain America, but I thought it was fine.
It's fine.
And I know people are like, it shouldn't just be fine. It's like, well, this is like television now, but at a cinematic level. So not every episode is going to be a...
We're in the fine saga of the MCU. There was the Infinity Saga, now we're in the saga.
Which, I don't understand because everybody wants Robert Downey Jr. back.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, we'll bring him back. I'm like, not like
He's
that.
like, okay, I got an origin. Playboy, billionaire, philanthropist. is selling weapons in the desert. He like picks the exact same
what if
Iron Man
with me.
backstory for Doom. It's like, hey RDJ, do you know anything about Doom? Like,
no. I am Iron Doom.
But money talks. So
yeah, was it $50 million a movie?
Yeah. So
no, yeah. I don't think you could bring him back as Iron Man.
No, that'd be lame.
It ruined it.
That'd be lame.
And as much as I didn't want them to kill him, it would ruin it.
Yeah.
And that's such a good scene in that movie.
Especially since we haven't done Iron Man thing. Like, they made a very concrete decision to not do anything with that.
Right.
Like,
Which
Armor
we
Wars
lost out on
hasn't had
Armor Wars. We've
Ironheart.
lost out on, we're going Ironheart.
Yeah, we're getting Ironheart.
Oh, yay.
They canceled Armor Wars.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it took how many years?
Yeah.
When was Endgame?
2018. Yeah.
God, 7+ years where we get like a real Iron Man type story. That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped. I can't wait.
Yeah, I like the decision.
There's no way that Doomsday comes out next year, right? They're still acting like it's coming out next summer.
No.
That's the other thing I want to talk about. Like we're doing stories about him writing his backstory, and the movie's due in just over a year.
Better be fucking right.
Aren't they filming it by now? I know they're saying that they're working on it without the script being done, which is always a bad idea.
I think rumors were because Benny Combs came out and was like, I'm filming in 2025. But then it came out that he's not in Doomsday, but that he will show up in Secret Wars.
Interesting.
So, no, I do not think this movie will come out next year.
I can't.
I think they'll start shooting this year.
Yeah.
There's no way they can start and finish.
And well, not good.
Not completely. No.
We'll get Madam Web.
It's not like games where it's like, throw it out. We'll just keep updating it.
Yeah. Even though they've been doing that on Disney Plus, which is crazy. Since we're talking Marvel, though, I think they're going to push the Doomsday date because I've seen the Spider-Man rumors waffle on it being a prequel to Spider-Man 4 to being like fully set in Battle World.
Really?
And not being street level, which pisses me off because we have so many good street level things going on right now. Marvel doesn't know how to.
We haven't started Daredevil yet. We have no idea what's going on street level right now. The last street level thing we heard from was freaking Hawkeye. And that was almost 2 years ago now. Or Echo,
we're still
I guess,
marveling. That actually just came out yesterday. The Hawkeye news, season 2.
Oh, really? On the heels of Daredevil's release. Very smart, Disney. Very smart.
Which Hawkeye's one of the few shows that people don't hate on.
Yeah,
because it was
Hawkeye was good.
It was pretty solid.
And it got us Kingpin back.
He did. Yeah, we got Daredevil in
and
that.
a pretty decent Echo show.
I actually
wasn't
hate
bad.
Echo.
Yeah.
Daredevil was in the Hawkeye show too for a minute.
Well,
I'm pretty sure he was for like a half second.
Really?
Wasn't he?
I don't know.
He mentioned it because of the Russians.
Yeah, maybe.
I can't remember now. I got to rewatch that.
Yeah.
It's been like 3 years. But anyway, I guess the main baddie in that one is going to be his brother. It's going to be Clint versus brother.
Oh,
who's his there's brother? A story arc. There's a comic story
like
arc.
A villain.
Yeah.
One of the okay.
So there's that whole.
I was like Bullseye. It's Bullseye. I don't think Bullseye and Hawkeye are brothers.
That would be cool.
They would be. They are in my head.
That would now. That's now. Yeah, it's now headcanon.
It's Colin Farrell, and he's
It's
Jeremy
also going to be
brother.
set at Christmas time.
Yes.
Which is my new thing. Like, let's make Hawkeye a traditional Christmas show. Yeah. I'm pumped. There's so many good things coming out, but that makes me think we're not going to get that until next year at the very earliest.
No, and like Hawkeye,
but that's such a low.
Hawkeye almost has to be before a Doomsday.
You'd have to.
It can't be a Hawkeye show set in Battle World. He'd die. You have to fight 1,000 Thors. Good luck, Bowman.
I always see those videos like, what would have people complain Hawkeye wasn't in Infinity War? Like,
what would Hawkeye do? What would Hawkeye do? Can he shoot one of the stones out of his
right?
You know, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. They're vibranium arrows. Fart. Like, who gives it?
Look at Daredevil, and he has like legit powers, at least compared to a regular human. And he
radar sense. Yeah, he'd get destroyed. Yeah. Yeah, Ant-Man would have crushed in Infinity War. He could just pick Thanos up and been boop.
Yeah.
That's like an action figure. But no, I do not think Doomsday to cap that portion in case I got all these.
Yeah, you might. No, I really hope we get like a cool Robert Downey Jr. comes through and like wipes out Kang as Doom. Like
that'd be fun.
We gotta like some kind of closure on that.
Didn't Marvel like put out a call to writers like we'll give you $10,000?
There was something about
how to kill the Kangs, and it's like well just do it.
It's
just kill him.
People forget, and we've talked about this.
And then they died.
Comic books,
right? Doesn't matter.
When people start overanalyzing these movies, it's like please don't ever pick up a comic book because you're gonna not like how those go because they don't make any goddamn sense half the time.
No,
like, we're still in a pretty grounded reality, more or less, in the MCU. So
yeah, how did all the Kangs die? Who cares?
Yeah, we'll address that later. They never addressed it. Like that's what I get mad about. It's like it's a comic book. Not every.
If they want to bring him back, if they want to, because
there's
been talks. What was his name?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. I almost said Jeremy Irons, but that is a British man who played Scar. So no,
it's a little
different, white man, but. So Jeremy Irons, who plays Kang, I already forgot what you said. Jonathan Majors. they're like talking, and they're like, we might bring him back, you know, because all the things got dropped or whatever. He's a problematic actor now, but it's like.
No, but
you could do like Fantastic Four sequel. They go back in time. They're in Egypt, and it's Immortus, who's like one of the Kang variants. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
That's what I mean. It's comic book. People need to stop taking. You could just say Robert Downey Jr. just because he looks like that. He looks like that, but he's still a variant of Kang. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's a comic book.
I don't think it's gonna be Dr. Doom, aka Tony Stark.
No,
he's not gonna be a Tony Stark variant.
No, but it makes sense for him to know that Iron Man Tony Stark look like him, because people are like, oh, that's cheap, but it's not, because he's a genius. So if he understands the multiverse and knows that someone looks just like him as a good guy, then he could take advantage of it. Like, that to me sounds like a good plot that I'd want to watch. Not like, that's cheap. Like, well, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you could infiltrate as a bad guy because you looked exactly like Superman,
then you got a good story on your hands. Yeah. But he's dead. Maybe he doesn't have all the information. He just knows, hey, I look like a good guy in this universe or whatever.
That'd be some really good.
We won't know until Fantastic Four ends.
Right.
Whether, because he's already like, people are analyzing his chalkboard and be like, Reed's working on wormhole theory. Fuck off. Who cares? Of course they're going to be in the MCU. Shut the fuck up and let it happen.
I know. It's coming.
Galactus. Oh, why is Galactus the size of the statue? I thought he was big. But no, well, he can shrink. If you read it.
I know. Well, because people are already making the connection. I mean, we're already down this rabbit hole.
The second people hear ultimate nullifier, people are going to kill themselves. They're going to be like, that's stupid. Of course it is. Because it was invented in the 60s.
That's what I mean.
By two coked out white men.
Look at this. Yeah.
I got an idea. Yeah.
Galactus in the original 2 Fantastic Four movies, which, if you're super young and haven't seen them, aren't that bad. They're not that.
Oh, the Tim Story ones.
Yeah, they're not that. They're not great, but they're not that bad.
Yeah.
Galactus sucked because he was just like a
Silver Surfer.
A fluffy cloud. He was cool. He was like a fluffy cloud, but people are now they're saying the MCU might make that as like, that's
his celestial
as
form.
He comes in before he's Galactus, because he's a whatchamacallit, where there's only one of him, like
he's a Nexus being.
Yeah. So if he's Nexus being, it's got to be the same Galactus.
I think it is. I think he is a Nexus being. I think he's the same in every unit, or there's only one of them, right?
Which is, there's rumors why they think the original Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, who has been seen on set.
Lone Grufford?
Yes, has been seen on set on the new one. So there's rumors that there might be like...
Council of Reeds. You got to do that for Battle World. You got to have Council of Reeds for Secret War.
That's true.
Or people will kill themselves because they're not adapting
until they do it, and then they'll say they didn't do it right.
Or go, this is stupid. Of course it is. You
MODOK.
asked for it. Yeah, MODOK. Prime example, MODOK. Where's MODOK?
He looks so stupid.
Kill MODOK.
Why doesn't he look like the comic? Well,
we're going to do
movie.
MODOK, but it's going to be like, we got to make it make sense for the MCU. That's stupid. No, it's not. It makes sense. Yeah, but we hate it. Why do you hate it? Because we do.
Because it doesn't look like the comic book. It can't look like the comic book because nothing else in the MCU looks like the comic book because it's its own universe. Like, I'll never understand how people didn't grasp that. Like, it's supposed to look stupid. The whole character is comic relief. How badass do you want a goofy-ass clown to look? You know what I mean? Otherwise,
I hate people sometimes, yeah.
You're ruining comic book
You're
movies.
ruining comic book
You're
movies.
ruining.
Yeah, they're bad. They've always been bad. It's just you're making them worse.
They're fun movies.
They're fun, dumb movies. There's no
movies.
stakes. There should be no stakes in these movies. All right.
Let's move on.
Let's move on, please.
Okay, no more Marvel.
That was a little Marvel-gasm.
So speaking of Marvel,
Happy Hogan.
the grandfather of Marvel, right?
What does Deadpool call him? Oh, you're the guy. No, I'm not the guy. I'm the guy right now. I'm the guy in the situation you need me to be in. As far as you're concerned, I'm the guy. So, yeah, Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau,
Johnny Fabs.
who famously Elf, Iron Man,
Jungle Book,
Lion King, live action.
not
remake.
Mufasa.
Yeah.
No surprises.
He is tapped to do Oswald.
This is nice. I like this. This is a nice. I think this is a good move for Disney to re-up one of their mascots because Mickey's public domain.
Yes.
You know, so it's time to give somebody else the chance to shine.
Isn't Oswald like 100 years old too, though?
Yeah, I think so. 99, actually. The trademark expires next year.
Yeah,
so
just in time.
We got to capitalize on that. Yeah.
This is going to be an animation live action hybrid, like Roger Rabbit style.
Oh.
Chip and Dale.
Yes.
Now I'm super on board.
Now I'm on board.
I thought it was just going to be a cartoon show.
Yeah. I only know Oswald from Epic Mickey, the video games where he has the paintbrush.
Yes.
Wasn't that like because there was 2-player mode and you could like play as Oswald and Mickey.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, Epic Mickey 2.
I always got stuck as punk ass Oswald.
Why are all Disney games, since we're talking about Disney, Mickey games harder than shit? You ever play the old Genesis games and stuff? They're all nightmares. They're for like little kids, and it's like the hardest games known to man.
Find Minnie, like, and it's like impossible.
Trees are murdering you with apples, and
it's
you're
like Elden Ring. Yeah, Souls level combat.
Oh my god, it is like old school 2D.
Yeah,
oh
no, I remember Epic Mickey being very hard.
It's a hard ass game. It looks beautiful, but
it looks great, and they remastered that recently. So maybe the remaster was like everybody was like.
Okay.
Remember I remember Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is a self-absorbed smartass bunny.
Yes.
So he is like
he's Sonic,
not Mickey.
He's Sonic,
right?
But Mickey. He's Sonic, but he's a rabbit, and he looks like Mickey, kind of.
Favreau's not only directing it, he's writing it also. So I am super on board.
Yeah. Okay.
He did all the Mandalorian in the first season.
Yeah.
That was him 100% from the writing to the directing.
And he's doing the movie, right?
And he's doing the movie,
he's doing the
which is why the movie is
movie.
going to kick ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm for this. When I first heard this, I thought it was just going to be an animated thing.
I think it deserved us talking about it.
Oh, no, I agree 100%. 100%. By the way, Oswald, we were joking about his age. You're 98.
No way, really?
We were joking. Why you said 99?
So, like, they created Mickey. Like, quick, we need another character.
He was created in 1927. He started in 27 animated shorts.
No shit.
Universal, however, took control of the character. How weird is that? In 1928. And Disney had to replace him with Mickey Mouse.
Oswald was first? No way.
Hey, now you watch our channel to learn a little
Breaking
bit.
news.
That's pretty crazy.
I didn't know Oswald came before Mickey, but then Universal got their grubby little fingers in there.
I said bringing Oswald back home was the priority for Bob Iger.
Really?
That's insane.
You didn't want Hulk or Namor rights? You swung for Oswald.
Character entered public domain 2 years ago.
Damn. Okay.
So we can do it.
Because he is older.
We can do a show.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's weird how that works because they're still making. They don't make Mickey stuff anymore, and they like took out the Steamboat Willie thing after he left public or went into public.
That version is. It gets real weird with copyright and.
Is there Steamboat Oswald? Does he have an iteration like our Epic Mickey Oswald?
Well,
different
trademark and copyright, so like it gets really. And Disney,
but like different versions of a character, yeah. Like variants.
You might be able, that's why like the Winnie the Pooh, like they could use but not use certain things.
You can't use Pirate Pooh or Adventure Pooh, but you can use regular default Winnie the Pooh.
Really weird.
Yeah, that is weird, huh? Like you can't use Space Oswald because that was invented in 1993.
Sorry.
You know, like you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't. I think when there's a substantial change, we should look that up.
Because like Kingdom Hearts. Exists. And that like Mickey is definitely way different than Steamboat Willie.
Right,
like
but see, you probably can't use that specific Mickey stuff for however many years
a long
either.
Time. Yeah.
Again, because there's trademark and copyright.
Right.
There's different.
That's crazy.
You still can't. You can copyright something, but you might not be able to use it because it's trademarked also.
Well, we could go down that rabbit hole.
Let's not.
Because he's a rabbit.
Nice. Let's stay on the Disney thing real quick. I don't know if you saw this story.
That segue meant nothing?
No.
I just wanted to say it.
That's okay. Well, we'll stay down series on Disney Plus.
Yeah, nice.
They canceled Princess and the Frog sequel series.
Really?
Did you not see that?
No.
I'm really upset.
I didn't even know they were making that. Was it going to be 3D animation or was it going to be 2D?
Sounds like it was going to be 2D.
Fuck, man. Right? Wait, hold on. No. Let's stay on that because they just updated Splash Mountain at Magic Kingdom to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Why would you not do a show? Call it, ready? Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Cross promo with the fucking ride. There's original songs in that ride they could have just made into a series. Like,
we don't get...
Wow.
And I'm not going to.
Maybe if you ride the ride, you get exclusive access. Type in you'll get a ticket stub at the ride. You type in your code and you can watch it. I'd go to Disney tomorrow.
That's why we do marketing.
I'd go tomorrow.
We don't get political here and I'm not going to, so stay. But I think the reason why is because all of these big corporations rolled back all of their programs, their DEI stuff. I'm not kidding.
No.
I'm trying to be...
No, and we are not kidding. It's absolutely not a joke because that is real. Yeah.
This is from Deadline. Disney has still not responded for comment on the story from like a couple days ago about why it was canceled. It's just saying Walt Disney Animation Studios has decided not to move forward with Tiana, an animated musical offshoot from Princess and the Frog.
Tiana.
Yeah, Tiana.
Cool.
Disney has not responded for comment, but sources confirm it's not going forward. It was going to focus. Supposedly, the writers didn't have a focus. Allegedly, they didn't know where they were going. Allegedly,
just make a show. Just make a show that is good and delivers on original concepts in that world.
Princess and the Frog is
that
one
so
of my
hard?
favorite Disney animated
It's one of the
shows.
best that's come out in the past
animated
15
movies.
years.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
We didn't get a sequel. We've got nothing.
We haven't
It's
heard
so
shit.
disrespectful, man.
We have not heard anything from Princess and the Frog. And that story is like tale as old as time. Beauty and the Beast.
There's no American princess stories either in all of Disney lore.
Well, Pocahontas.
Okay, that's true.
Technically.
Is she a Disney princess or is that a Disney?
Yeah, she counts. She was in
Does
Wreck-It
she?
Ralph too, so she counts.
Okay, I can remember.
Like,
I don't
I'm
mean
not
that in
even-
like a
yeah,
disrespectful
no,
to
yeah.
Native American way. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how Disney
She's
counts
daughter of
their...
the chief. So she's
Okay.
princess. Yeah.
Okay,
That
so it's only our
definitely counts.
second
Yeah.
Disney American princess.
Yeah. Wow.
That sucks.
Wow. Yeah. No love for the country they are based in.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like...
Well, now
won't
with all
go
those
there.
programs being canceled, there'll be exclusively American princess movies. Oh.
Ugh.
Do we have any more Disney? Because I got a story that I did not send to you that I just remembered when you said a trigger word for me that made me want to go and look up said story.
Disney related or just in general?
It's not Disney related. That's why I asked if you had.
Oh,
any Disney.
I'm double checking, but I don't think so.
Double checking for Diz. So they're doing a live action Barney movie
Oh, I did see
from
that.
Mattel and A24.
I didn't see that.
Ayo Edebari, Envy in Inside Out 2,
Okay.
and in the Bottoms movies, and
Oh, yeah.
or in the Bottoms movie,
I was like, is there a...
and in the Bear show.
Okay.
She's in the Bear. To write and star in the Barney live action movie with Daniel Kaluuya, who's in all the Jordan Peele movies. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Live action Barney movie from A24.
First of all,
That sounds
Thanks,
wild
Barbie.
to me. Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Barbie.
Thanks. But at least they're not doing what they said they would do, where they would be like, "We're doing Magic 8-Ball movie."
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're taking a character.
That's true, but
Right?
like,
And they've updated Barney. Barney's now a CGI cartoon character instead of like live
yeah, but this is
action
going to be
suit
like a
man.
live action suit Barney they're going to just make it Barbie.
Is it Barney goes to the real world, or is it about somebody who played Barney and the like dark inner workings
Now
of that?
that I would,
Because that's what A24, Daniel Kaluuya, like immediately tells me is no, it's not going to be Smurfs, but with Barney. You know, it's going to be what's under the mask.
Yeah.
You know, like
I would take that.
Barney deals with real world
A24,
problems.
That's interesting.
A24?
Since we're talking, I don't know.
And
We're talking
Mattel?
about that. Did you see the reviews for Death of a Unicorn?
No.
Pretty good.
Okay.
They're saying this is going to be A24's one that makes them like a mainstay studio.
Really?
Supposedly Paul Rudd and Jen Ortega. Never mind. We'll get into it in the review. Something just reminded me about one of the movies we're going to review about.
Mattel Films. Robbie Brenner will serve as producer for Mattel Films with A24. Daniel Kaluuya and Rowan Riley will produce for 59% productions. So Daniel Kaluuya producing, Ayo Edebiri
Okay.
writing and starring in, allegedly. So I thought we had to talk about
No, we do.
this. When's Barney going to be put in the public domain and we can do a Pooh's Hunt or whatever the fuck that Blood and Honey was with Barney, you know?
It's crazy to me that what works and what doesn't for those properties and what they keep trying. Like,
yeah.
G.I. Joe has not worked.
No.
And they've tried it and tried it and tried it. And
Now
they're
we're
trying
going
it
to try
again.
it with Transformers.
Right. And like, what makes you think Barney's
know.
going to work?
Do your kids care about Barney?
No.
Do your kids even know who Barney is?
No, that's what
they
I
have
mean.
no
Is
idea.
it still a thing that
No,
we're doing?
I don't think Barney is still a thing. When the project first got announced in November 2019, so before Barbie, this was announced. Mattel Films, Robbie Brenner said that working with Kaluuya would allow the studio to take a completely new approach to Barney that will surprise audiences and subvert expectations.
So maybe they are going to do what you're talking about.
I'm kind of hoping they're going to do
If they do an introspective
twist.
Barney movie about the guy playing Barney, and maybe he's a bad dad, but
That
he's
could be
got to
good.
play a good dad.
That could
like,
be good.
Got him right in the movie.
That could be good. They're tight-lipped, though.
Interesting.
So they're very
Okay.
tight-lipped. This has been reported on for a while, and it got announced back in 2019, but we just got Ayo Edebiri attached to it.
Yeah, someone had
So-
enough of an idea, which, how hard is it, $1 billion kid franchise, let's finally make a movie.
After McKeon first said it was an A24 type project, then backtracked. Mattel has remained mostly tight-lipped about the Barney movie, but in an interview with Variety last October,
can't make it a rated R horror movie.
Mattel chief franchise officer Josh Silverman teased how the film's plot differs from Max's new animated reboot of Barbie.
Oh, Barney.
What did I say?
Barbie.
I
just want to make sure.
the same
They could be
name.
crossing over. Of
the Barney franchise.
Oh, Lord.
While still nothing, our television and films teams work very well together.
That's insane.
Whatever. Yeah. So they're describing it as an A24 type project. So I don't think it's going to be Smurfs Barney. Barney comes in a real world, shenanigans ensue. And if it is, swing and a miss, guys. And what about that screams A24? A24
Nothing.
handles the weird and the kooky.
like the death of a unicorn.
Or the horror,
Comedy horror.
Yeah, comedy horror. Yeah, so
Okay.
had to whip that out. We had to talk about that because...
Mattel will have some balls if they put out a Barney comedy horror movie. I'll shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Talk about something new and fresh. Holy shit.
Yeah, but it's probably just going to be...
There's no way.
No,
there's no way. I refuse. Like...
An A24
We never
type
thought we'd get
movie,
a
though.
Pooh Bear horror movie.
Blood and Honey. 2 of them.
But Barney was... Pooh was created for kids, but more of it's like a book, and you read it.
Sure.
Barney was specifically targeted and marketed for little kids to sell merchandise while teaching them things.
Right.
Not the same thing.
Right. Selena Gomez. Demi Lovato. All the greats started on Barney.
It's...
So it's crazy.
No, that's a nuts
Hey,
story.
they just rebooted Wizards of Waverly Place, okay? All the greats. And Demi Lovato, I think, got out of rehab for the 5th time, so all the greats.
Oh my God. We're going to talk about a new Resident Evil movie?
We don't talk about Sony. No. Yeah, we can talk about it. I don't know who Zach Kreger is.
I don't either.
I just read Sony and went, oh no.
Yeah, they're the ones that do the movies, but...
They've done all of the past Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's,
There's like 8 of
that's a
them?
good thing. Yeah, there's too many.
Zach Kreger did Barbarian.
So...
Companion. Okay, we'll get into it. Yeah. Sony's at it again.
Check out our review of Barbarian.
Sony's at it again.
We talk about how it's a pretty decent movie, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know what?
Yeah,
What if we did
something else?
totally different?
We lost the script.
Oh, you want to do a different movie?
We lost the script
No.
in the studio fire. So we just had to pick up from page
And everybody
85.
got amnesia and wasn't allowed to watch the old footage until they finished.
No, we fired the staff, brought in new people. The whole staff, the whole studio went up in flames. All they saved was the footage from
that
the
movie
first 35
started in my
minutes.
head because it makes no... It's so
that
fucking
throwback.
weird with the big boobed mom monster all of a sudden. You're like, what am I watching?
Yeah. It's really weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
So he's doing...
Zach Kreger. Kreger?
Kreger.
God damn it, Kreger.
I actually think... Because he's doing Resident Evil. They're rebooting Resident Evil. Of course they are.
New Resident Evil.
None of those movies were huge hits in America. They were big overseas, but the budgets were always...
Yeah.
So they were... Keep making them.
Right. And
And they were... And Mila Djokovic was super hot and everyone loved her, so they're like, put her in all the movies and that's fine.
Yeah.
But they don't make sense. Who cares? They're not based on the games. No one gives a shit.
There's Resident Evil 2002, Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Afterlife, Resident Evil Retribution, Resident Evil The Final Chapter. And the
Only
Final
6?
Chapter came out in 2016.
There's only 6?
Yes.
I thought there were 7. Okay.
But there is poster synergy that I can get behind. Look at that.
Yeah.
He just crossed decade.
Just pulled him up
Just-
like you and was like, I
just-
just a little change here.
Just shat him out. Just constantly.
The first one's actually okay.
Okay. I can
And
see
then
that.
the
I
second
could buy
one's
that.
kind of okay, and then all of a sudden it goes way off the rails and contradicts everything in the first one, and then the third one is like, what am I watching? And then
they made 4 more.
and they kept making them. You're like, stop.
Yeah.
So
I like the first game. That's the only...
let's kind of see where you're at with... This guy might make sense, though, because the Barbarian movie
was weird.
is weird.
It felt like Resident Evil.
And that could be
kinda.
the second half of that, like when it's like in the woods in the city and it's like climbing up on the
Yeah.
thing. Like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This can make sense. But Sony. We don't have a problem with the director. We
Yeah.
have a problem with Sony.
It's just Screen Gems, though.
not
Like
sticking
Sony,
to their guns.
Sony's
Oh, it is.
third party.
So they just said
their
Sony
label.
just to...
Yeah. I mean, Screen Gems is owned by Sony, but it means they get a little more freedom.
Okay.
Sony's constantly looking for franchises.
Yeah, big time. You know, now they can't make
And they-
Spider-Man anymore, so...
And they killed the franchises like Ghostbusters. They had they brought it back. They defied all odds and brought a franchise back that had been gone for more than 30 years and made a good movie, and then didn't
really upgrade.
Didn't do much the
or
second
progress,
one. Just announced 18 projects and an animated series, and then they destroyed everything. So now they're moving on to Resident Evil.
The franchise butcher, Sony. Yeah, Resident Evil. Yeah, I figured we'd talk about this. I don't really have an attachment to Resident Evil movies, or I know people
Does
like
it make
them.
you like a little more? The guy who wrote John Wick 4 and
No.
Army of the Dead is co-writing
I didn't think
this.
John Wick 4 was better. I think it's the weakest John Wick.
Well, there you go.
I'm being perfectly honest.
No, I appreciate
that doesn't do anything for me. No,
I was just throwing that out
yeah,
there.
no, I appreciate it.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead is really liked for some reason. I know it's real campy,
Weird,
but
okay.
he also wrote that.
Okay, cool, fine. Stop trying to make things happen, Sony. You're done. Just go bankrupt already and leave us all alone. Go back to making TVs and PlayStation 7s.
Bring the Walkman back. No.
Yeah, they will. They will. I'm surprised they didn't immediately jump on Guardians hype and release a new Walkman.
I'm going to say make an iPhone, but call it like, it's iPhone adjacent, the Sony iPhone adjacent. Okay.
Don't pass go.
Is that what's going to be called?
No, but it should be.
Oh, it's probably going to be. Oh, gross. Oh, I don't like it.
And the prize is $200. Don't pass go.
Straight to jail.
I'd watch Don't Pass Go. I'd watch that
If
shit.
you could sign up and actually risk going to jail, and they put you in jail, and you're in there rolling dice because you're trying to get out of jail.
This could be good. This could be good. If it's like full-size live-action Monopoly board, then I could get behind that. You know what I mean? Where they actually have to live in the houses.
Okay.
You know?
We're talking to this. Because we are going to get that Magic 8-Ball thing. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're getting Barney. Now we're getting... They tried Battleship, which would have worked if it wasn't
Battleship was weird.
Battleship.
Yeah,
Like-
it was weird. They made a Transformers movie and called it Battleship.
I know. The whole
And they're
thing
owned
is...
by the same company and did nothing. All they could have done with Battleship is like one glimpse after credit scene. There's a downed alien. You know, they're excavating. You flip open a metal panel. Decepticon logo. 10 out of 10. Battleship, best movie ever.
Just make the Battleships Transformers.
Just
You
make
were
them
already
Transformers. Just make them
90%
Decepticons.
there.
Just make them Decepticons. Yeah, I don't know why.
So now we're doing Monopoly series.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it as a reality show. It's from Deadline, by the way. In a
Yes.
real-world, large-scale social experiment.
So it'll be a giant Monopoly board. They have to like actually take out bank loans and buy houses and mortgage their properties.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Sounds not fun.
Like, why would I want to
Sounds
participate
not
in
fun.
this?
So it's life, but we're gonna film you. Cool. Anyway, so Monopoly is the latest unscripted series to be based on IP, a growing trend across business. Netflix is making second season of Squid Game: The Challenge, and is working on a Willy Wonka series. Fox has Lego Masters. CBS turned Josh Duhamel Buddy Games into reality competition. Peacock made a series based on Frogger.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
And Sony, which recently snapped up the rights to Hasbro's Clue, has been exploring multiple reality series based on its feature film library. So that's the new thing, huh?
I don't think we have the time.
We get some hungry hippos in here. And just get
Shoots
to
and
watch-
ladders, baby. Candyland. Okay, we need 6 hours because we need to talk
unpack
to
this.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Stop.
Reality shows are good and they're fine, but not when you're like taking an IP.
The list of things you just
Like even reality shows can't be original anymore. We have to take an IP. Like
if you're gonna do this, then you go like the old school Nickelodeon route and you do Frogger and you make it like a kids competition thing and you do a fun thing like that.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
That's exactly what I was picturing. Thank you. That's exactly what I was. And if you're gonna do the only one of those shows that you're naming here that I'm looking at that makes Willy Wonka.
What do you mean?
That makes no sense. I'm not even gonna. We're gonna stop that. That means it's a baking show. They did that with Harry Potter. But we don't need another baking show. So fuck that. That's dumb. The only one that makes sense is Clue, but it doesn't make sense as a weekly reality show.
They're doing that right now on Peacock. It's called Traders.
It's
literally Clue.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Clue makes sense because it's a classic mystery thing.
Right.
But that making it a series,
like a MasterChef style reality show.
dumb.
No.
It's dumb.
Would I want to be a part of it? Yeah, that sounds fun. Live
Why not
action
a special?
Monopoly. Yeah.
Like do like every episode.
Oh,
They
it's
have
a
to
different
figure
game.
out
Or is it a different game?
A different murder, a different thing, a different that's way. This is just you're right. Let's put an IP on it.
What's popular? Let's go to Google Trends and figure out which board game is the most popular right now. Buy that. Buy that IP. Make a
Hasbro
series.
has turned Trivial Pursuit and Scrabble into game shows. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with game shows.
Reality series is different than game show. I pictured
So
in
you
my head
can't-
when I heard Monopoly.
Frogger,
game show.
you can game show.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Clue, you can't really.
No, that's reality series.
Yeah, you'd have to watch a thing and then go, "Who's the murderer?" after 20 minutes. That's
No one
not a
cares.
game
No
show.
one
You
cares.
can't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But again, Willy Wonka, how's that a game show? That's a bake. You're gonna do a baking thing, or you make candy.
Are they?
But that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
They have all those. This time it's literally just candy.
Who can resist the candy forest long enough? You know. What?
The Hunger Games.
We're just doing Mr. Beast videos now. Like, who gives a shit,
We
man?
did this on our radio show 10 years ago. This
Yeah.
is just stupid shit. What a dumb idea.
What a stupid idea.
What a dumb.
And it's not even like a Mattel
No.
or like a Hasbro thing. Like, you have other companies taking Hasbro properties. Like, Sony's like, we got Clue. So? Well, do something with that.
Quick, give me something someone else has already done and established. Like, what?
Yeah.
Come up
it's
with
like
an
we're in the
origi-
writer's room and some exec comes in. We bought Clue. Make it happen. What? You want to give us more information?
Monopoly, the television
Yeah.
show. Go. You're like,
Thoughts?
what?
We're waiting. Yeah.
That Key and Peele
it's
Key and
Monopoly.
Peele bit with the sequel to the Gremlins.
Oh,
where-
yeah.
That's what this reminds me
I
of.
love it. It's stupid. I hate it. It's in the movie. Next. Yeah.
That's the worst.
Do you mean a gremlin that's made of pure electricity and it won't be
In the
realistic
movie,
thing,
next.
It'll be CGI animated. I love it. Next. Yeah.
You want to end on a sad note?
Yeah. Let's end on a real bummer of a fucking. Damn. I was never a fan, but game
You were
recognized game.
too young.
I was too young for Space Ghost.
I
They
was
brought him
almost
back,
too young for
though.
Space Ghost.
They brought him like
Even brought back.
they brought spin-off characters of Space Ghost, like the orange guy, like Zorak.
Oh yeah.
And like the little green praying mantis.
That's when they were
thing.
doing like the Harvey Birdman and
Yes.
all the crazy shit
Yes.
all at once.
All
Yeah.
at once.
You were a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that I remember. That stuff.
Yeah.
I remember Space Ghost. I remember the design.
Okay.
And not knowing what it was.
That's when I was watching it when I wasn't supposed to. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
Adult Swim.
See, for me, that was
Yeah.
like Futurama and shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, Space Ghost. He's
So,
dead.
yeah.
He's now a Space Ghost.
Greg Lowe.
Nice. Now it's just.
May he rest in space.
Now it's just Ghost.
Now he's Space Ghost Ghost.
The ghost of Space Ghost. Oh God, we gotta make a
That's
thing.
too soon. We're being dicks. Then you just take the Space Ghost and then you make him like a goat, look like a ghost, and then you put
Make
their
him a
shirt.
little
and it's the
transparent. Ghost of Space Ghost.
We're monsters. Put that for the Comic-Con. So
Super dykes. Make merch right fucking now.
yeah, you getting this, JJ?
Call
Are you-
merch. Call merch.
All right.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, that sucks. Then you start to feel I'm masking the fact that my childhood and I'm getting older and I approach death that
Now
I
they're
don't
dying.
like this.
Now
Yeah.
they're all one by one. Somebody's killing all your favorite childhood stars.
Yeah, it's not good.
Not much to say.
That sucks.
Voice actor for Space Ghost.
Yeah, we
sadly
bring up
passed away,
so. We don't do the death stuff very often
No.
unless it really hits us. We try not to be
No.
Debbie Downery.
But I needed a story, so like.
That's a good short. If it's too long, or if it's too short. Oh, that's funny.
Is that all we're talking? Is that?
I think we're.
Oh man. So Cinemagasm's back. We're back to reporting stories. I had a lot of fun doing this. So
No, this is good.
This is better than just talking
I think
about.
we just throw this up as one podcast.
It's just
for everybody
one,
listening.
It's just gonna be one thing.
You guys got
just
one long
video.
thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it. It's going up as is. No color correction.
Too much work.
No, all the beeps, unedited, raw, uncut.
Yeah, you guys. They'll get the raw.
The podcast one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be
Let
fun.
them have-
Yeah,
they'll get-
raw,
we got,
uncut.
yeah, you guys podcast guys.
Ooh,
you
you're
get-
gonna have to cut out my Demi Lovato joke though. So maybe we.
But if I do, then you saying that makes no sense.
So you have multiple. you got
like,
a
shit.
little bit of work ahead of you then. Damn.
Oh.
But yeah, back to formula.
Yeah, we have a lot of projects going on, so
Yes, but it should look
We're
like
back.
this for the next couple months until there's another thing going on in our lives, but we're back.
We might get a chance to film this on location if we get a chance to do the thing in the spring like we've talked about.
Thing in the spring. It's spring now, though.
Almost. We're still
It's
a couple
not
weeks
spring.
until the end
Still
of March.
fucking winter.
Yeah.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy